Alrighty, folks, welcome back. One of you guys asked, I think it was the last video, to see more LCD, specifically this purple Pagani Huayra. And of course, I will oblige because I love LCD. It's always fun looking at them. I just haven't been doing too much because there's just a lot to do. So much Mini GT sitting here to review. Anyways, yeah, these are amazing. I also did pull out the old Mini GT number 53. This is a Hong Kong exclusive, I believe. Yeah. And I just kind of pulled it out to do a quick comparison here in a bit with the white one. Well, I guess with both of them. Yeah, and so after I got these two LCD Huayras, I actually sold all of my Mini GT Huayras except for this one and the black one. So there was the blue, the orange, and the red. I actually did end up getting rid of them because it's like after having and seeing the LCD, the Mini GTs are just not very good, which is fine. This is one of Mini GT's oldest castings, so you can't knock it too much. But I'll set it back there. Also, I don't know why they ever did these boxes. They're so weird. Anyways, let's go ahead and start with the white one. So I did buy both of these used on eBay. I think I paid about $20 for each of them, which isn't great considering. Oh, okay, never mind. $20 was pretty good for each of them. I was going to say it's not great because the packaging on them is a little on the rougher side, and then I thought that this white one was missing this hard top. So I thought that was missing, so I was like, okay, maybe that wasn't the greatest deal, but yeah, it's here in this bag, so that is good. That is the only thing in the packaging, I believe, but this, the packaging for the white one, I think it had some sort of sticker or something on the bottom, and obviously the guy I bought it from took the sticker off, but then didn't clean the adhesive off, so it's like super sticky and sticks to whatever you set it on, so I need to figure out a way to clean that without like ruining it. But yeah, Pagani licensed, of course, and this is quite an old casting by LCD, but it's still pretty incredible. I think I will go ahead and take them off the bases. Just got to be careful with them because they are a little bit fragile, especially like the wing mirrors and whatnot. And then I'll get the purple one out as well. But yeah, so packaging, kind of dirty, kind of rough. Definitely would have preferred to buy them new, but I figured for 20 bucks, not too bad. And when I say 20 bucks, I think I paid like $20 shipped for each of them. Maybe not. Maybe shipping was not included. I can't remember. It's been a while. But yeah, this packaging was a little rough too. There's like a chunk taken out right there. And like the flaps are all just kind of gross and old and nasty. But here's the information for the purple one. LCD is killing it too. They're coming out with so much good stuff. I'll cover it in the news video, but they just put out a pre-order for the. Ooh, that's weird. Why is there that much tape? But they just put out a pre-order this morning, I believe, for the Lamborghini Murciélagos. 3 colors of it. There was a green, a red, and a black, and oh, they look so good. So freaking good. They also put out a pre-order for some other stuff too, but yeah, LCD is just, they have been ever since I started collecting them, and they always will be one of my favorite brands. They're just top notch. Okay, so there's the packaging, pretty standard for older stuff. No carbon fiber base, but they do have the little like laser etched plaque at the front. So here they are. I'll go ahead and get this this hard top out for the white one as well. And I thought they were maybe magnetic, but maybe they just kind of clip in, probably. I do like that they included these, though. Oh, it looks like it just kind of sets in like that. And then kind of pull it off from the back window. But anyway, so here is the white one. We'll start with this one. So this is a metallic paint. As you can see down here, it's got like it's kind of got like some blue sparkle in it. It's kind of like a pearl type paint, and there might be a little bit of dust on this one because, like I said, I did buy both of these used, so just have to try to blow it off a little bit. But yeah, the paint actually looks really good. One thing that really caught my attention when I got these in was the wheels are like super shiny, like kind of like a chrome type color. Because I remember the Mini DTs were a little bit more dull. Yeah, you can see a big difference there. Those are more of just like a metallic silver. These are more of like a polished silver. Like a polished, yeah, kind of chrome color. It looks really good. And there is brake details back behind the wheels. A little bit hard to see, but there is some red calipers in there on the rotors. These, there's not a whole lot of space between the spokes on these, so it's a little bit hard to tell. But yeah, paint looks really good. Wheels, awesome. Carbon fiber also. LCD, I think, is just... I've said it before, I'll say it again, I'll keep saying it. They make one of the best carbon fiber prints in 164. And then they clear coat it too, I believe. So yeah, that looks really cool. Bases are plastic on these, which is kind of unfortunate, but I don't really think it's that big of a deal to me. These models live in their packaging most of the time, and so it doesn't make all that big of a difference to me. But the interior really shines on these. Lots of good detail. You can see on the dashboard there's carbon fiber, and then kind of like that, I don't know what kind of color that is. It's like an off-white cream, like a cream color. The seats are that same color, and then with like some red, probably like quilted pattern. So yeah, a little painted red specs for the seatbelt buckles, and then there's some nice detail on that little center console piece that runs in between the two seats. It's just very, very nice. Steering wheel detail is awesome. And then you have all the buttons and stuff up there in the center. If it'll focus, come on. Yeah, it doesn't want to focus on that. It's too small. But yeah, there you go. Looks really good. Very nice interior. The door cards are painted and detailed as well. There's more of that cream and white. And I think there's like some silver for like the door handle and maybe like a speaker or something in there. Rear view mirror has a reflective sticker. Just very nicely done interior. Very, very nice. And then, of course, a little bit of engine detail down in this little glass part, too. See some gold and some silver. Pretty cool. And then, of course, just lots of good carbon fiber. These parts that go kind of like up and around behind the seats are all carbon fiber. The panel separating the cabin and the engine is carbon fiber right there. Just very, very nice. A couple of vents right here just painted with black. I think that's fine because they're pretty small. Yeah, it just looks incredible. Here's the front view. Headlights are done in, I believe, actually, I don't know. Are they acrylic? It's a little bit hard to tell, especially because the Huayra has really, like, small headlights. I don't think they're acrylic. I think it is black plastic, but they do some nice, like, silver painting for the bulb details, which I think is fine on a model like this. In fact, I think Mini DT did something similar. Yeah, so they just did silver inserts. LCD definitely looks better. Holy crap. Even just the whole front end looks better on the LCD, in my opinion. But so I actually think I'm wrong right here. I was looking at it under my flashlight, and actually on the headlights, underneath the little silver paint, I think there are actually little tiny round acrylic bulb details. It's very, very hard to see on camera, almost impossible, and it's very, very hard to see on person, but there are little tiny, like, shiny, round pieces underneath these silver, like, painted lines. I can't tell if it's, like, reflective paint or if it's acrylic, but I think it's acrylic, so that is really cool. This whole front splitter and vent down here is all done in carbon fiber as well. It's a little hard to see. But yeah, it looks really good. Love the paint. More carbon fiber up here on this windshield wiper arm. And down here in this like crescent shape too. Very cool. The windshield wiper is a separate plastic piece painted in glossy black. And then the wing mirrors are also printed fully in carbon fiber. And they look awesome. All the way around carbon fiber. And then they have the reflective stickers in them. So these aren't rubber like Mini DT, of course. The Mini DTs are super flexible, but I would take these highly detailed mirrors over the Mini DT's rubber ones any day. Maybe not on a Mini DT, but on a model like this, yeah. I also really like the carbon fiber goes all the way around this front windshield's pillars, and then also up here on this top part where the top sits. there's also carbon fiber on that little notch right there too, and the whole little like lip that goes across. It's just super detailed. And speaking of that, here's the little top glass part. Also has carbon fiber printing on the side, and then the I don't know what the point of these dots are on this like sunroof, but yeah, very nicely detailed there. So there it is with the top on. It kind of just sets on there. It doesn't it's not magnetized, or it doesn't really clip in. It kind of just sits there. But panel gap is not bad at all. It's actually very good. And then that carbon fiber runs all the way down to the back. So very, very cool. And speaking of the back, here is the back view. Taillights, as most companies do for these Huayras, they are not acrylic. They are just painted, but I think they're fine. Each of those little taillights is like an actually separate inserted piece. I just don't think they're acrylic, but they're painted with some nice like metallic red and silver paint. I think it looks really good. And then the 4 exhaust tips back here are metal. Very square. They look very nice. Photo etched little metal pipes sticking out. Very cool. And then this whole back part right here is carbon fiber as well. Huayra Roadster logo is also like a photo etched separate piece. And so is that Pagani badge right in the center right there. And then another little light down here. And then, of course, they do the whole entire base of the car in kind of like a carbon fiber texture. It's actually like textured plastic, which I actually think looks pretty good. So, yeah. And then, of course, these little flaps back here. I wish somebody would do one with like the flaps up. It would be pretty cool. But there is the white one. Very, very nice. Nice paint. Just, I really don't see anywhere LCD could improve with this. Like, this is pretty much a damn near perfect model in my eyes. Like, that's why I sold a lot of my Mini GT Huayra Roadsters, is like, I have these LCDs, like, I don't really need anything else. This is kind of the pinnacle. Maybe not. I'm sure somebody could do one with like opening where the rear hatch opens for the engine or something like that, and it would probably be pretty mind-blowing. But I think for the price of these being, and I think you can still find them around $20. I definitely don't think it'd be impossible. I also will do a little roll test here. It does roll, but you kind of have to give it some downward pressure. If you just try to scoot it alongside like that, it doesn't really want to roll. But if you just give it the slightest downward pressure, it actually does roll, and it's not too bad. It's a little noisy. The tires definitely rub, but the top just fell off. Definitely need to secure these somewhere safe. But in my opinion, models like this, not really important to roll. But yeah, very nice. Let's take a look at the purple one. That is the one that was requested. And here it is. Again, very nice. It's the same exact casting, so there's not going to be a whole lot of differences. It's mainly just the body color. But holy crap, that purple is pretty amazing. It is metallic. It's got all kinds of little colors in there. Just very, very nice. It's like looking at a gemstone. Love it. Wheels still have that really nice like shiny aspect to them, kind of like they're chrome or polished. Very cool. Separate badges on the side right there. Carbon fiber looks amazing. Yeah, super nice. I believe the interior is the same. Yeah, it looks to be the same interior, which honestly I think is fine. It's an incredibly done interior, honestly. So yeah, lots of good detail here. There's the front view. Headlights, again, they're not acrylic inserts or anything, but they just look nice. Very well done. And then this side, gold on the wheels. I don't think the white one had that. Oh, it did. How did I miss that? So the white one did have the gold on the other side. So it's like gold, but also with some of that like chrome-ish color. I, for some reason, thought that this one was just silver. And that's also another thing that like Mini GT just didn't do. There's silver on both sides. Like, I get why they didn't do it, but I don't know how I didn't notice that. So yeah, they both have the complete like polished silver on this side, and then polished silver and gold on these other sides. So there's that. They look really nice. Like these models really just speak for themselves. Like, I can point out little details everywhere, but they're just magnificent. So I do see one little issue on this side right here. So this there's a little, I believe that's a Pagani logo. It is a little bit crooked and it looks a little loose. I'm gonna have to take some decal setter and like set that back straight on this little silver part. But this side looks fine. Pagani badge right there. It's really hard to see. They're tiny. Yeah, so we'll have to fix that. Don't often find quality control issues on LCDs. They're usually very, very good about that. And that's another reason I like them a lot is I don't have issues with them normally. You're buying a premium product, and they typically make sure that you are getting a premium product. So there's the back view again. Metal exhaust pipes. These ones are a little bit more crooked than the white one, just from first glance. Yeah, they're a little bit more crooked, but it's still not horrible. Taillights the same, just painted, but they look nice. And then the badging back here also looks pretty good. There's like a little hair or something right there. I'll have to, hopefully that's not a scratch. But overall, very nice. Love the paint on this one. This purple is awesome. Someone needs to tell Rick Ross that they made a purple Pagani. Very cool. I could sit here and look at this all day. So we've been going for 15 minutes. I guess we can stop, but yeah, and then here is the purple one with the top on. Very cool. So I actually do prefer it with the top on. I think I don't know. When it comes to supercars, I think I've mentioned this before. When it comes to supercars, I'm not a big fan of roadsters. Like, I know it's a huge part of them, but I always just prefer hard tops when it comes to supercars. So I definitely like the look of this more with the top on. Especially because it's just a little bit more like detail with that carbon and whatnot. Plus, you can still see the interior. The interior still looks amazing. Yeah, definitely prefer it like that. I will try to find some photos of a purple Pagani Huayra Roadster. I don't know how successful I will be finding it in this spec, but I will try. And if not, I'll just put photos up of a white one, because I'm sure a white one won't be too hard to find photos of. So there's the purple one, and then here's the white one with the top off. Kind of compare. Great paints, metallic paints, just the detail is just insane on these. They kind of roll. Actually, we didn't check the purple one. Does the purple one roll? Yeah, it's kind of like the white one, but a little worse. You kind of have to like push down on it a good bit to get it to roll. But like I said, for a brand like this, I don't think rolling is super necessary. I know there are a lot of you guys that do only collect models that roll, or try to only collect models that roll, but I don't know, not my thing. But I will be here to report on it. So yeah, there's the LCDs. I forget your name. I just looked at it before I started filming, but I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think of them, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.